What's up, y'all? This is OG Weasel Urban Conversion, and I'm back again with another story. If you're just now tuning in to my motherfucking channel, hit the like and subscribe button. Please. Greatly appreciated. It's OG Weasel Urban Conversion, man. You know, I done 20 years on a 30-year federal prison sentence. I got released from President Obama through the clemency program. And I was one of the fortunate ones to receive the blessing. I was. Shout out to Obama and his administration. For me, had not, I'd still be in federal prison right now. Today I wanted to tell y'all about the time I really found out and really realized that Chicago just like 5 hours away from St. Louis. So we used to get drunk as teenagers, get drunk and drive to Chicago and go over my play sister house. And in the middle of the night, whenever we got there, sleeping on the floors and all of that, we'd go to Chicago. They lived in like Harvey, Illinois. So I think that's like 30 minutes away from Chicago or something like that. I'm not sure. But I've been up there a lot of times. My family from Chicago, I think the South Side or something like that. I'm not sure, because I used to go there when I was a kid, like 11, 12, and I know my big cousin them used to pull up, and they used to have their hat turned to the left or the right. I'm not sure, man. I'm not really sure. But I know they used to have, my big cousin had his hat turned, driving a LTD or some type of old school car, playing the music. You know what I'm saying? I looked up to him like, damn. And they street used to be like right here, the houses, the row of houses. And right behind the row of houses across the street used to be a train track. A train ran through there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And we went, I don't know if it was close to downtown. I'm not sure. But we would walk, me and my girl cousin would walk a couple blocks, and we would be in like around some tall buildings, and it's like nice. It's like a diamond district or something like that, like office buildings or something like that. But like I said, on a block, they live on this side of the street, row of houses, row of houses. Across the street, it's a row of houses up and down the block. But behind that row of houses was a train track. So I don't know what particular neighborhood that train track run through, but I actually used to see the train running through there. I used to be like, dang, man. I wonder, man, them people probably don't never get no sleep with that train running through there. You know what I'm saying? It was like it wasn't like no Metro Link or nothing like that. It was like the real train with cargo on it and whatever, So if y'all from Chicago, y'all probably know this area. Anybody know this area, man? Tell me where area it is. I probably need to reach out to my cousin them in Chicago. I think I am. I'm gonna reach out to my girl cousin. I think she was I think she went on to be like one of the top executives at the bank or something like that. One of them people, But hell yeah, I used to love Chicago, going down there. One thing I learned when I was in federal prison about Chicago, and when I first went in federal prison, I still had bullshit on my mind, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all about this. I really actually had bullshit still on my mind when I got in federal prison. And now that I got in federal prison and these these people put me in a melting pot with people from all over the world, I had to really realize how things really went. Cause it wasn't just like St. Louis. Whoever wanted to buy something from you, they just bought it. Or somebody you knew that knew them that wanted to get some work, you sold it to them. You know what I'm saying? And that was just like the freelance hustle. But I didn't understand the structure that Chicago really had to deal with and be faced with. I couldn't even understand it. And I thought I was the baddest thing came out of St. Louis. I'm like, shit. From being in the streets of St. Louis, toting pistols, doing all type of crazy shit, living the street life, being, with everything that came with the streets, to get in the federal system and to realize that my money that I was making was just selfishly gained for me. Selfishly gained just for me and me only. I was taking a chance, so it was my money. So it take me to go to federal prison to realize that freelance shit that we had going on in St. Louis, man, ain't no way everybody that was in the era shouldn't have been rich. Man, we got a lot of rich dudes came up out of St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rich guys, I don't know the severity of the consequences they face for the money. I know what I faced, and I wasn't even a millionaire, but I was having more money than, man, I was having life-changing money. Life-changing money. When somebody hands you, when you go meet somebody and somebody hands you $170,000 at one time, just not all the money wasn't mine. No. It wasn't like that. But I'm just telling you the operation of, you go meet somebody and you probably doing this 2 or 3 times a week. I get a portion, everybody get a cut, but ain't too many people in on this. So understand this. When I get to federal prison and I'm meeting different people, and then, Chicago right there, 5 hours away. I just seen a documentary, right, talking about the 10 most worst cities in the United States. And these are just the ones I could remember. But the point is, where I'm getting at is, they had St. Louis as number 1. They had Chicago on that mug. They got Minnesota on here. What else stood out to me? Somewhere in California, But like I said, now these dudes turn up the streets. They bought that. Chicago bought that. St. Louis bought that. All of that. But I don't glorify none of this. And this is why I'm on here, to tell y'all the stories. The mindset that I had going into the federal prison. I still had bullshit on my mind. So I'm going to tell you a lot of stories of what I done to keep up with the bullshit that was still plague my mindset. And I'm going to start with Chicago, Illinois. So being that Chicago only 5 hours away, when being in Pekin, Illinois, that's like the halfway mark from St. Louis to Chicago. Both of them half. That's the Pekin, Illinois federal prison is the halfway mark from Chicago to St. Louis. So when a lot of guys from Chicago land and get fortunate enough to be placed in Pekin, that's just like they backyard. And it's just like our backyard. So St. Louis predominantly share this Pekin, Illinois with Chicago. With Chicago having the greater number, because they have the BDs, the Black Souls, the GDs, the Latin Kings, the Latin folks. You got the top rank, the Prince up here. Man, you got dudes with real rank, high ranking guys in Chicago federal prison in Pekin, Illinois, the time I was in federal prison. I watched these guys, and these predominantly my skin tone people. Then when you get to the Latin Kings and all of that, you know they turn Hispanic. They turn the Hispanic version of the gang product or the organizations of Chicago. It took me to get her to really get close to my people, my Chicago people, right? And I'm talking, this shouts out to all the GDs, Vice Lords, BDs, y'all know OG Weasel Urban Conversion. Y'all know me. Big Dirt, Lil Dirt Daddy, you know what I'm saying? Used to come on visit as young. Shout out to Big Dirt, man. Shout out to Melly Mel. Shout out to PR Dawson. Shout out to everybody from Chicago. Y'all know me. You know. Y'all know it was much love and much respect from all the organizations in Chicago. I had some type of bond with the Latin Kings, the Latin folks. Not just sit down with, you know. And these relationships that I built in Pekin. The relationships that I built in Pekin, Illinois, with the multitude, the bulk of Chicago cars, those relationships that I built had a shield guard. I had a shield guard, you know what I'm saying, along my other journeys. Because I went to 7 other fucking federal prisons. And my connections with not saying that I use these guys' names to get through. Hell no. Because in all, we still, even in Pekin, we had a mutual respect because we still was the Midwest and we was under the Midwest coalition. Even though the gang structures was in their own individual structures. You know what I'm saying? The BDs got with the BDs, GDs got with the GDs, Latin Kings, Latin folks. Everybody got with whatever core essence group that they was with, you know. And they had their rules and their bylaws and they structures and certain ways that they done certain things. A lot of times they used to call it a 5-10 minute move. Boom. You'd be seeing 4-5 dudes walking to another, knowing they going to another unit to, you know, we not knowing because we not knowing the structure and what they got going on. And that goes for all the other. Man, dudes used to be getting arrested. They used to get GD arrested, Vice Lord arrested. You know, you get arrested. Your people will come arrest your ass. But back to the core thing that I didn't understand. Like I said, I still had this mindset of a lot of money. So now that these people put me in here with all of these different groups of people that's under different structure from Chicago, I had to ask about the financial part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that once, you know, I got family from Chicago, but it's much love and respect for Chicago, period. All through Chicago, period. Give it up to Chicago, you know. Sally, I had so many Sallys from Chicago. Man, oh man, let me get to that too. But another thing. So when I asked about the financial part of the Chicago, they said they had blocks to run. I said, what you mean? They worked the block. I say, what you mean you work the block? Like the head honcho might be in the building and you pull up to grab some work or whatever. You got to go through these guys to get the work. So when you go through these guys, they got to get the money, and they only get a percentage off the money. I don't know if it's at the end of the week, that day. I'm not sure about that. I think I talked about it. I think I mentioned it. I asked about it, but I'm not sure. It might be like a job at the end of the week or something like that. So when they was explaining it to me, and I was like, you mean to tell me you got to come to the block, grab the dude, the heavy hitter, wait his work just to sell it on this block? And like, yeah. I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, no. But these are the teachings that I had to understand, that with finance comes structure. With finance comes structure. You know what I'm saying? That's why the organizations in Chicago are so much stronger, from the higher ups or whoever the leadership of these different organizations. I don't know how. I don't see how that this one particular guy get all this money, get the experience, all this lavish stuff from you standing out here all day hustling or all night hustling, and he driving the Benzes and all of that because he the prince, or he the 5-star, or he the whatever it is. I don't understand it. And if you from Chicago and you don't mind giving it to me, drop it in the comments and let me know. Is it weekly, every day, or is it even still organized to that magnitude? If you from Chicago, you know about Chicago, hit the comments below, man, and hit that subscribe button for real. But these are the things that I went through understanding finance of Chicago. I didn't agree with it. Do I still agree with it? Hell no. I couldn't even wrap my head around it. But I'm not even in the game to even be, but just to put myself mentally, because I am I think outside the box. So that wouldn't even agree with me now. But to each his own, and I'm not what they say. You're not bigger than the team. You're not bigger than the structure. You're not bigger than you know what I'm saying? You're not bigger than the organization. You're not big. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when they was telling me about you had to hustle on the block all day and turn the money in, that's where we went our own ways. I knew I would be a renegade GD or renegade Vice Lord or renegade something. They probably, but Chicago so structured, man. I don't know. It is what it is. This OG Weasel urban conversion, man, and that was just one of the many thoughts that I had, and some mind changing activities that I went through in federal prison, man. Understanding finance of Chicago and how they was structured for us in the game. Hit the comments below, man. If I said something wrong, let me know. If I didn't get it right, however, let me know. Hit the comments below. This OG Weasel, Urban Conversion. Oh, yeah. Book Chasing Me coming soon. The book Chasing Me coming soon. Y'all get to realize, y'all get to see the beginning, what led me up to get a 30-year federal prison sentence in the book series, Chasing Me. Y'all, when it hit, grab it. Grab it. I'm telling you, it's captivating. Trust me. This OG Weasel Urban Conversion, man. Y'all hit that like, subscribe button, man. My people, let's go. Let's stand up. I'm going to continue to give you my thought process on being in federal prison for 20 years, man. Raw and uncut. Because if you got an uncle, cousin, brother, nephew, a niece, however, wherever, in federal prison or in the game. I'm telling you these prison stories to let you know what you're gonna be faced with. I can't tell you how to use the diplomacy because a lot of people come in, a lot of people don't get to come out. Yeah, federal government, Federal Bureau of Prison is the real boogeyman. The boogeyman do exist. This OG Weasel Urban Conversion, man. I'm out.